We live?
We're live.
Oh.
We're always live. What's going on, world? And welcome to the 9th episode of the Quadcast. As always, I'm your host, Andrew, alongside Evchay and John. Where tonight we're lucky enough to have another one of our guests on the Quadcast. But before we introduce him, we have some exciting things planned, such as diving into what's trending in our weekly Your Team game, and another segment, what we are calling Table Read. Since we like doing it so much last week, now let's get it. We'd like to welcome our guest for the evening, Alex Frederick. Alex is a senior district manager at Toast Inc., which is a restaurant point-of-sale platform. He's also one of our good friends and thought it'd be beneficial to have Alex come on the Quadcast, talk about how bars and restaurants are dealing with these tough times, as well as ways people can help. And without further ado, welcome to the Quadcast, hey, Fred?
Hi.
Hey, Fred. How's it going, man?
Uh-oh. Can he not hear us?
Oh, my God.
It's going pretty good.
Oh, no. Oh, it's gone.
We lost a friend. He's back. Can you
he's
hear us
back.
now? No, he's gone again.
Am I going to have to pretend to be him this entire time?
I think so. Andrew's frozen too. Boy, you guys gotta get some better internet over here. What are you guys doing? You guys are paying for.
All right, wait. Serious question.
I'm good.
Did
frozen.
Alex... Wait, did Alex actually disconnect? Or did he just not want to do this and couldn't bear to tell us?
I think he bailed.
No, he's back.
He's trying to come back.
There he is. He's on his phone. There he is. Hey, Fred. Hey, the phone works well.
Good start.
All right, so even better start. I have a business proposition for all of you guys. If you haven't watched our last episode, this is. I need your opinion on this, hey, Fred.
Okay.
All right, so everyone's really tired of dying outside.
An infomercial. He's doing an infomercial.
So I've prototyped a new concept I'm coming up with. Hold on. So the idea is you put this at your table.
What is that? What's in there?
Filet mignon. It's really just an excuse so I can drink a smoothie on the podcast.
Wait, did you mute yourself while you were blending?
No.
Why wasn't that louder?
Yeah. Oh, he's got a ninja. They're quiet.
No, it was loud as shit. I probably
All right, so filet mignon.
probably woke up.
Okay, you made a smoothie. What now?
I made a smoothie, so in order to dine.
For those not viewing this, Evan has a makeshift mask with a straw on it.
Wait, why is it sucking?
He looks like some weird BDSM slave. I've seen those videos too.
Oh my God! So Evan,
I can't read. So basically, so we can get out of the cold and we go inside now, and the government can release all the restrictions. That's the plan. Makes sense, right?
You know who to talk to if you want to open that restaurant. You let me know.
Wow, great segue.
Go.
Andrew, go get him.
All right, fine. Well, Alex, as we started talking about until we had a little bit of technical difficulties, we gave a little bit of brief introduction on kind of what you do. But it'd be great if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and just kind of your job description.
All right. I sell toast. No, I'm kidding.
He's like
Oh
an
my
idiot.
God, this is a
Oh yeah,
I really wish that was your actual job. That would be way more fun.
dude. That's his opening line every time he walks in. I sell toast.
Alex, how's the burnt bread going, huh?
Yeah, it's so Toast is a restaurant technology company specializing in helping restaurants do a lot of different things. If you think about their entire technology stack, that's really what we do. So everything from POS systems, credit card processing, loyalty programs, payroll, really the entire gamut, online ordering, gift cards, handheld technology, all that kind of stuff. So I'm a sales manager for Toast, and I oversee parts of New Jersey, really all of Maryland, all of Delaware, and a lot of Pennsylvania as well.
So a lot of the Mid-Atlantic there, and I think it can go without saying, you developed a lot of relationships with these restaurants and bars over the years at this role, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been doing this close to 4 years now, specifically within this role. I've worked in the restaurant world previously too, and anybody that's worked in this industry understands it becomes a tight knit community. A lot of people know each other. So yeah, it's definitely a fun industry to work in.
So then, I guess just from your perspective, with everything hitting at once with COVID, can you take us a little bit how this past year's been, both with your role and kind of what you've seen with the relationships with the restaurants?
Yeah, it's been a crazy year. I think just like anything else, it depends on how you pivot and how you can get through circumstances that are out of your control. Unfortunately, with legislation and people just not knowing how to handle COVID, it's been hard. It's been hard for a lot of people, and I wish there was more of a plan to actually help some of these small businesses, not just restaurants, but really all small businesses in general. It's hard to take somebody's livelihood and really not be able to back it up at all. So we feel for them, and luckily our company has been able to help. We have some avenues where, the digital presence in general is huge, right? I'm sure all of you guys are ordering online and doing things like that to support them. But that's really where we've been able to help, is just that turn to the digital world. There's so many people in the restaurant world that are kind of stuck in their ways in the old systems. It's kind of good to force people into, the 21st century and really get them up to date. So that's how we pivoted to being able to help some of those avenues.
Yeah, has technology been like a really big key factor into like helping out these restaurants?
I mean, that's really the only factor that we have right now.
Yeah.
If you think about like some of your old time diner, mom and pop places that would never turn to this technology, unfortunately, they're the kind of people that we're seeing that are still kind of refusing to turn to other ways to make money. But yeah, like we want to do everything we can to make it as safe as possible. We have technology now where you can literally go to a restaurant, sit down, you can scan a QR code on the table, and it doesn't just bring up the menu, but you can order. That order would go to the kitchen. They would just bring out the food, and you can also pay on your phone, start a tab, do it that way. So there's like, if you think about it, you don't have to touch the check. You don't have to touch the pen. You can get your drinks as soon as you want. So there's all kinds of technology that's being adopted right now like that. And I think it's going to be the new norm. I think there's going to be a huge shift just within the restaurant world, the restaurant community, where that's how you have to operate, because it's going to be expected moving forward. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you guys, but anytime I've gone anywhere to eat, I want to make sure that they're taking the proper protocols and standards to keep me safe and everybody I'm with. So that's definitely our pivot. That's what we've tried to do since the pandemic started. And luckily enough, our value has actually gone up, and we serve restaurant communities over this time. So all in all, I think people are adopting it. It's just, it's still tough. Like, everybody can't survive strictly off of doing carry out. So hopefully, things change here soon.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's cool what you said, how you can essentially have an entire restaurant experience without a waiter or waitress, which is interesting because sometimes people like the experience of like being waited on and everything like that. And I think sometimes people just want to go out for a good meal, but they don't really want to like have a conversation with someone else. They kind of just want to talk with their inner circle or whatever it is. Yeah. So can you foresee that being something too down the line, and maybe like a order on your own section at a restaurant?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it depends, right? Like, we typically do a lot of consulting, and something I like to tell people in general is, like, restaurateurs typically have this image of how they want to serve you and the experience that they want to deliver, and that's fine. But the biggest thing that I tell people is, it's not the experience that you deliver, it's the experience that you can provide for their customer and meeting them on any level that they want to be met. So, like, if you go to a restaurant and you say, I don't feel like talking to the server, I don't want them in my face, or they're annoying or something like that, whatever it may be, that's not always the case. You would have the option to do it digitally, or you're out with your grandparents. It's a more traditional experience. The more ways that you can give somebody to order, the better experience it's going to be for them. It's not always exactly the cookie cutter way that it needs to be for absolutely everybody, but think kiosks, right? Like, I'm sure all of you guys have ordered off of the kiosk. People like that.
Yeah.
Being able to pick it up, like Uber Bagels is right down the road from us. With their technology, we can walk right in, grab our bag, order online. They text us when it's ready. Like, that's the kind of stuff that we do because you don't want to wait in line. You don't want to have to wait for your name to be called. Like, just the back and forth notification technology is huge now too. So really, it's meeting the customer where they want to be met. That's kind of how I describe what we do. Give them as many avenues as possible.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Let's pretend I'm a waiter or waitress.
Okay.
Do I like this, or does it piss me off, or does it make my job easier or harder? And am I scared that I'm not going to be able to do this anymore?
So think about it this way too. You're a restaurateur. You know that you can have 2 or 3 less people on the floor that's on your payroll because you have technology that's taking away the ordering process and the checkout process. So if you have 2 or 3 less people on the floor right now that you have to pay, and your technology is doing that, that means that they still get the tips from all those tables. It doesn't just go to the software. So your servers are making 2 or 3 times as much money, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to come and make recommendations. They're supposed to make, food pairing with drinks, that kind of thing. They can focus on the hospitality experience instead of like the administrative experience of just taking an order and closing you out.
Yeah.
So that's how I think about it anyway.
I've done that twice.
Really cool.
Red Robin, and at the airport, I've done that where they have a whole kiosk. You order everything, and you swipe your card at the end. And you just pay for it. It's super easy. It's actually some people's pet peeves to wait for the check, so it's great for them.
Yeah, and we can do that in a lot of different ways. Like, you'll see more handheld technology. Like, really cool place that we're about to start working with in Frederick. I'm sure you guys might know it. One of Brian Voltaggio's places, Thatcher and Rye. They're gonna use all of that handheld technology on their porch. We work with different breweries in Frederick around you guys too. They're doing the same thing. It's nice just to be able to get your check and go. Like, if you think about the screaming family that wants to get out with their 3-year-old, I don't want to wait 10 minutes.
I want them to leave too.
Yeah, right. I think everybody does. But, like I said, it's meeting them there, and you can turn tables quicker. You can check people out. All of the payment options are there with NFC payment. Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung, all that stuff. So it's fun. It's been cool to watch the technology kind of take over the industry.
What's next in terms of technology? What's like the next leap past that? Like, what do you foresee the future being besides that?
Time travel.
For the industry itself, or just technology in
The
general?
technology.
No, technology in general. Yeah.
In
It's
restaurant
time travel, right?
restaurant technology. Are we gonna see like meals like being prepped by themselves, or like what's like the next big thing?
That's already happening. So there's already like robotics that can go into a kitchen. Like, we can Google that at some point, but you can check it out. It's crazy what they can do. I think about something that's like not necessarily developed yet, but if you think about you've ever worked in a kitchen, imagine wearing like Google glasses and being able to look at your grill and say, I have 15 patties, but the Google glasses know like the burgers that are down, how long they've been down, and they can tell me which ones are done or where they are or how they've been cooked.
Shit, that's
So it's
awesome.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
like,
I just want that for my kitchen.
right? Yeah.
Like just one patty.
It could go. Like, if you think about it, like, it can capture those kind of things, and AI is possible. I think the sky's the limit with what it can actually do. It's cool to think about the possibilities, and that's something that we wrestle with a lot. It's like, how can we get there? How can we do that stuff? And how can we make restaurants as efficient as possible, and just get them into that digital world that can help their guests.
Nice. Yeah, so I guess we touched on it a little bit, but if you can kind of talk a little more, like, what are these restaurants going through? I mean, I personally haven't really ever worked in a restaurant myself. I know John had a brief stint with Pizza Hut.
Excuse me. Also, Bonefish and the sports bar in Whittier that closed down.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry.
I think that was it.
The fake Lentinis, or was it Lentinis?
It was fake Lentinis, and also at Pizza Hut, nobody could eat a large pizza faster than me. So there you go, Andrew.
My bad. Sorry. Okay, Evan managed a hot dog stand and bossed his wife around as we
actually worked with Voltaggio on that for a second.
What's his name?
What's that?
Voltaggio?
No, that's not it. Say it again.
Brian Voltaggio?
There we go.
Whatever his name. The line was so long, so he worked in our little hot dog stand and just made us clean up. The line went all the way around the stadium, and people were like pissed when they got to the end, like, sorry, we're out of food. So I waited 3 hours. I had to deal with that. That's annoying.
What?
So confused. What was the
Yeah.
question?
Sorry, guys. Terrible story.
All right, so anyway, Alex, talk about what these restaurants are going through. Seriously, because it's life changing for a lot of these people. You're seeing the stories online. You're just hearing it when you go into certain places and just talking to the owners. I mean, what are they going through?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about putting yourself in their shoes, imagine that somebody took your job away, really gave you minor avenues to make any money, and then said, we're not going to help you at all. You know, that's kind of where they stand, and there's so many different things like the PPP and, some of the new government grants that have come out are a little more helpful, but it's not enough. Like, people don't understand how many people actually work in the restaurant world, and I'm glad that there's been a little bit of help for ownership, but at the same time, I want to say like 30%, something crazy like that, of people have worked in restaurants, and so much of our economy is based off of that too. And we're not helping like the people that work in restaurants. That's the thing that scares me the most. And I follow along with it. I know everybody in Baltimore and what they're going through. It's horrible to see. They're getting laid off, and staffs are super thin because people can't pay payroll. And the government isn't helping. That's kind of the biggest thing. So trying to put yourself in their shoes and say, if somebody took away, 60% of your salary, could you live on that? And then could you support the people that you're also employing? It's really hard. I certainly wouldn't want to be in their shoes, but at the same time, we have some really great stories too. We've seen some restaurants that are up year over year, which is crazy because they've been able to adopt and sell drinks to go and do all of that kind of stuff and really brand themselves in a different way, which is why I think the marketing aspect of all of COVID has been really important. It's like, if you're not going to a restaurant, the restaurant needs to be able to keep in touch with you somehow. So anybody that's doing like an awesome job on social media, or they're using some kind of marketing channel to stay in touch with you, those are the kind of places that I feel like I'm supporting because they're top of mind. And there are certain people that I really like that I think do a great job with it. Ashish Alfred, I don't know if you guys know the Duck Duck Goose group at all.
Yeah.
He's an incredible entrepreneur, and he's great on social media and what he does. I think Chad Goss at the Food Market does an awesome job. Really just the way that they interact with their guests, and it feels like it's more of a community. Like, those are the places that you want to support, and again, they're top of mind. But all in all, people are hurting. I mean, because it's hard to make that big of a switch that quickly.
It's so true, and I think you kind of hit the nail on the head with the social media aspect and how you interact with people. Like, so I was living down in Locust Point. Barracudas now does an online cooking show where they're just streaming on social media, and he cooks in front of everyone, and then you can go get the meal at the restaurant. I think it's such a smart idea that you do something like that and you interact with people, and I think it's just such a smart idea.
Yeah, they're customers of ours too, and they're great people, and they do things the right way. And like, I remember when this first hit, I was talking to one of their GMs, and they were saying like, "What do we do? How do we switch? How do we adapt?" And that was one of the conversations we had, was about marketing and like meeting your customers where they want to be met. So it's cool. I didn't even know that they were doing that at this point, but kudos to them because they're good people, and hopefully all of them are able to stick around till we can get past this.
Yeah, I'm with you. Has there been anywhere, like, what are ways that we can help and our listeners can help too?
Gift cards is kind of like a mini loan. Typically, the winter season, depending on the restaurant itself, is not as busy. It's cold. Like, people just aren't going to go out in general. But again, it's like a mini loan. We actually have a website that we built at the beginning of the pandemic called rallyforrestaurants.com. You can go there and you can actually search any zip code, and it's going to bring up a restaurant, whether they're a Toast customer or not. If they want to be put on that platform, they don't have to be. But it will show you the avenue where you can actually buy a gift card from them, whether it be digital or a physical gift card. But again, it's like a one-stop place where you can find where to buy a gift card and how to do that. So I think first and foremost, that's probably the biggest thing. And then
wait, can you say the website again?
Rally for Restaurants?
Rallyforrestaurants.com. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Two other things I would say: try and ditch like the third-party delivery apps. A lot of people don't understand. Yeah. Between Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, all of those third-party Like if you look up how any of their financials look this year, they are exploding.
Yeah.
And a big reason why is because you guys pay a fee. Like if you actually look into the fees that you pay, it's always a joke. Like you order $20 worth of food and it ends up being 50. But on top of that, they're also charging the restaurants about 30%, like between 20 to 35% from what I've seen on each one of those orders to the restaurant. So they're not just making money off of you; they're making it off the restaurant. And if you think about how that works, it's really been the only legislation in history where they're like in California, Washington. I think they even mandated it in Baltimore County, or they're looking at it, where a private company is being told by a government agency what commissions they can charge. It's unprecedented. It's never happened before. So if you think about the bottom line of a restaurant and how much margin they can make in the first place, it's a great add-on product. It's a great marketing product, but it's not like a sustainable business model. So if you guys can pick up food in person or order directly through a website that they use, that's the best way for them to save money. You're basically saving them 30% commission each time you actually go pick up an order instead of getting it delivered. And you don't know how grateful they are for that. Because it's literally just burning money for them using those services. We have the Toast Takeout app, which not everybody does have, but that's commission free to them. We also have a flat rate delivery, which is certainly a lot less. Typically, it's like 3% to the restaurants as opposed to 30. So they would do that every day, all day with their own fleet. They don't have to pay drivers for it. But between kind of ditching the third-party apps in general, going to their website, calling and ordering directly from them, picking it up, and gift cards, that's probably the best thing to do. Really just pick up in general, I think helps. And, set a day where you're going to go eat out at a restaurant or support a restaurant. You get your friends to do it too. Like say, let's all go to this place this day and just make it a habit to do it on Tuesdays or whatever it is. But if more people did that, I think it would certainly help a lot.
That's cool. I think it's almost, I guess what you're kind of saying is, are you saying like everyone, so if we did on the quadcast, we each went to go to the same place to eat, and then we all jumped on a Zoom call and ate it together. It's almost like kind of like a mini happy hour.
Yeah, it's a family meal kind of thing where you're supporting somebody good. And again, like put it out on social media too. Like they love that interaction, especially the places that are doing it right. You'll get love back. And that's how things, you're marketing for them too. So that's kind of the flip side to it. You want to be able to help them and market, especially if you have a platform to do it.
Cool. What how do we find out if a restaurant has Toast or not?
Well, it depends. Like if they're using our online ordering, most of them are going to be. We have an app called the Toast Takeout app. It's on it's on Android, it's on iOS, so you can download that and see. It's geo-fenced. You can check any area and see what they have. You can order directly through that app. It's a pretty clean experience. Most people seem to like it. So that's the easiest way to do it. Otherwise, you have to talk to me, and I will tell you.
Okay, I guess we'll give out your phone number on the quadcast right now. Evan,
Yeah,
do
someone
it.
drop that in the chat. Someone drop that in the chat right now.
So, go ahead, Evan.
No, go ahead.
The last thing I wanted to talk about, this isn't on here, but Alex, I wanted to get your opinion on this, was Barstool Sports and what they've done for these small businesses / restaurants. I think it's incredible what they've done. I just pulled up the website. They've raised $25 million right now to date. So I was just curious what you guys thought about it, whether it's on your behalf, Toast's behalf, just what you guys kind of think.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. Like, there's so many things that Dave Portnoy gets knocked for. This should not be one of them. They should be praised for the good work they're doing, and honestly, they're probably doing more than the government right now, which is crazy. I love it. For me, I know that there are restaurants that we work with, like Abbey Burger just got into it. They're Toast customers, which is pretty cool. Who else just got into it?
Don't Know and Coladas, I think, were the three, right?
Yeah, Don't Know. Coladas got into it. Doughboy Fresh. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, I did see that, but I've never eaten there.
Yeah, it's awesome food. They do like these crazy custom pretzels and things like that. And it was cool too because if you check out their social media, one of the first things that they did is they bought our systems. So
nice.
They put it out there, and that was pretty cool. Just the tags with Barstool Sports. They're like, we can finally afford to have the proper system to be able to function correctly. So that's cool. We're really excited to work with them, and they're good people too. But that kind of stuff, it's not possible without it. And I know that particular owner was putting 91% of each dollar, 91 cents of each dollar back into his staff. It's like You know,
Wow.
you want to help good people like that. So, you know, we're certainly excited to be a part of that story too.
Yeah, I think the videos alone, just kind of the reaction videos are so cool that I think, again, it's going back to that point is connecting with people, right? Like I see that personally. It makes me want to help some of these other places out just because you see how happy these owners are after they get these funding.
Yeah, and I mean, some of the best times we've ever had together are in restaurants. You know, it's hard to imagine having that factor or aspect of your life going away in any fashion. You know, like especially places where we all have memories. Like that's just the craziest part to me. And I've seen the doomsday predictions of how many restaurants could close. I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. I also think there's going to be a boom. There's going to be a lot of people that want to go out to restaurants, and when people are vaccinated, it's going to get wild for a little while, and nobody's going to want to cook at home. I really think that that's going to happen. But yeah, I mean, it's endemic to human behavior. That's the way I think about restaurants in general, and that's how we think about the market at Toast. You know, if people are still going to go out to restaurants and it's endemic to human behavior, then I think there's always going to be a market for what we do, and honestly, a place for us to go out to eat.
Makes sense.
I want to ask a restaurant related question real quick to Alex. Alex, you just said the word boom of people going back out to eat. That makes me think of the baby boom. So do you think when everybody gets vaccinated that this is going to be the biggest boom of out of wedlock pregnancies?
I don't know. There actually is a huge baby shortage right now. I don't know if you know about that.
Well, the numbers don't lie. I mean, it's got to go back up, right?
Yeah, I mean that's simple economics, right? If you're at the bottom, it's going to go up, and I can only hope they're just none of your kids for the sake of the world.
Plus all the points, okay? Plus 100 points for wishing me to not have babies.
Will he win this week?
We'll see.
Will John lose for the first time in podcast history?
No, Alex.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, Alex, I think the one thing you said that kind of hit home was some of the best times we've had are in restaurants and bars. And at first I was like, what is he talking about?
Social?
Like, but then I thought about it. It's like all the memories. Like,
14-19.
Like, what did I say? The first episode of the Quadcast here. Why did I start this? My hobbies included going to bars.
Exactly. That's why you're doing this.
I couldn't do this. Yeah. So.
Red Bull slushies. Come on. Back in the chat.
Right.
Man, I actually just got some pictures popped up on my phone because you know how, like, your iPhone will just send you random pictures and like put together slideshows for you.
Yeah.
Crazy Apple. It was when we were at Social for New Year's Eve like 6 years ago, and I think I slept on your floor in your kitchen.
Fuck yeah, that was awesome.
But yeah, like, can you imagine like if other people weren't able to experience something like that? Like, did Social make any money? Like, we work with them too, and I love those guys, but it was like $40 for top shelf and like all you can eat. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah, that was a great.
Those were the best New Year's.
Oh, yeah. We did that like 4 years in a row or something like that.
Why would we do anything different?
Why would we?
Yeah, it was so great. Exactly.
Yeah,
and usually like New Year's like kind of sucks. And it's like you pay like $400 for this huge expensive thing and like it's just not fun.
Yeah, it was unlimited pizza. They capped the number of people that would come in.
Yeah, that was the best part.
We were all poor at the time, you know, like that was like right out of college days. So we're like, all right, top shelf liquor, like for $40 all night. Let's see what we can do.
I don't even know what this tastes like. Top shelf liquor.
I remember it being really dead in the streets too, because like everyone went through their like own restaurant, paid their money, and were like they stayed there. Like there was no one going back and forth between different restaurants during New Year's.
True. Yeah. Kind of
That's
locked
right.
in.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
Alex, thank you very much for the interview. You're going to stick around because we're going to jump into our weekly segment, Your Team. And just to give another brief overview of this game, we're going to go through, we're going to say bad people or bad things that we want on our other colleagues' teams. And then we're going to pick something really cool or someone really cool to be on our team. And the person with the best team at the end is the winner, which is decided by the group here and not just John. So we're going to go.
Andrew's changing the rules.
I'm saying John doesn't decide the winner of your team.
Okay,
you decide the points.
All right, you keep score on your end then, and you decide your own thing, because I'm the one with the book.
fine, whatever.
Also, can you guys go a little slower this week so I can write all the teams in? I have a system.
All right,
I don't
that's
know if you
fine.
can see that. It's upside down, but I have a system.
Quadcast
Alright.
box.
It's a quad.
The quad pod. The quad pod.
It's 4 boxes with your names next to your box.
All right,
Oh
Alex,
my
if you being the
gosh.
guest this week, you get to start it off.
No, I'm not starting it off.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
You
you are.
have to.
What?
Can we listen to Mickey Avalon or not? Or is that not okay?
Oh, no, we
We'll get
can't.
changed.
No, yeah, no music.
All right, so I have to say something bad and something good, right? And you guys get the bad.
You know
Yep.
the rules.
Yeah, don't act like you don't know.
Oof.
Can you do your team first? Like what you want, the good thing?
The good thing.
Yeah, for the sake of my scorekeeping.
I guess.
I'm glad you said yeah, because I mean you had to.
Yeah.
That's fine. But it has to like jive with the first thing I say, right? Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you're gonna get skipped, dude.
Oh.
I kind of want to get skipped. I want to think. of
Okay,
something good. I
God,
don't wanna
Andrew,
go
you
first.
go.
All right. My team is Mike Jones because he's back, baby.
Wait,
If
what?
you, did,
Is
if
he?
you didn't see this, Lamar Jackson had an interview over Zoom after the playoff win, and the reporter's name was Mike Jones. So they called him out, and he saw it below, and Lamar's reading it, and you can see on his eyes, he's like reading it. He goes, Mike Jones, that's lit.
That's lit.
So Mike Jones is totally going to be like #1 on Spotify now, and I'm just really pumped about that because he was a beast back in the day.
I still know his phone number.
281-330-8005.
Can someone
tried to
call
call
that
him,
right
but-
now on the podcast, please? Go on, call it.
Andrew,
What
can you
is it
do
like?
your team
No,
while
it's
I
Mike
do this?
Jones.
Yeah, I'll do your team.
I should
Um,
reactivate this number.
Your team, LeAngelo Ball, because he's the one of 3 brothers that is out of the NBA right now, and that sucks.
Okay, Mike Jones has a customer service phone number now. Sorry, LeAngelo Ball.
Yep.
I don't care. That's not bad at all.
You don't want him, dude.
I'll take him. Evan, you're up.
Am I saying mine first?
Yes, please.
All right, I'm going soda water first because you gotta stay hydrated, and it's the best thing ever. It's replaced beer for me. Your team, censorship. What?
Boring.
I couldn't think of anything positive this week. This week has been very negative in the news, and everything
You guys
trending
are
has been negative.
You guys are so bad at this.
No way, dude. My team's awesome.
I got soda water so far, and
I have Soda Water and Mike Jones.
Who?
Fred,
Soda
for the love
water?
of God, are you ready yet, or do I have to go?
You gotta go.
All right. My team is the company Toast because they're awesome, and we just heard a lot about them, and they're doing a lot to help small businesses and restaurants during this trying time. So I would just like to thank everyone that works at Toast and everyone that is doing such a great job to help keep these businesses alive.
I love it. I think
Your
that makes
team.
sense.
Your team.
Army Hammer. I don't know if you looked, but he was sending wild DMs. He might be a cannibal, and he was sending them. Yeah, and he was
I
sending
did see
very
that.
sexual things to different women, and he no longer gets to do a romantic comedy with Jennifer Lopez, the girl that when I was like 9, I thought I wanted to move to Mars and repopulate it with her. So your team is Army Hammer, and I'll write that down. But yes, I have Toast.
Fair enough. I'll take it.
Thank you.
Like you have burnt bread or you have his company?
The entire
Little
company
both.
is mine now.
Okay.
Little of both.
All right, now are you ready?
All right. Yeah. So my team.
Check your notes.
I will take women that have very high self-esteem.
Oh, great answer. Wow. I wouldn't have given you points for that a few years ago, but
Yeah.
I like it
So,
now.
that think very highly of themselves. They know they're doing well. They have high self-esteem. You could say that they're proud of themselves, maybe proud women.
Yeah.
And for your team, you can take the proud boys. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh man, that's gonna be a tough team to beat. Unfortunately, I'm the judge of that.
I don't think Mike Jones is going to make it very far.
Oh no, he's not.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have given out his phone number.
Who's on my team? Soda water?
Yep, that's all you got. So, we're just gonna score. I'm gonna score this game real quick before we get into our last segment. Andrew, on your team is Mike Jones. Censorship.
Who?
Censorship also doesn't help Mike Jones. Army Hammer, who probably wouldn't like Mike Jones, and I wrote the Proud Joes in this box for some reason, but we know it's the Proud Boys. Andrew, you get -10 for your square. Evan, you pick soda water, -10 for that alone. LeAngelo Ball, Army Hammer, and the Proud Boys. Yes, you.
Wow.
Your team sucks.
Yeah,
That's a terrible team.
bad.
Thanks, guys.
On
Don't
my
know who
team-
they are.
My team, I'm sorry, I'm blurry. I can't read from this far away because I have sunglasses on. My team is the entire company of Toast, who are all wonderful people. LeAngelo Ball, who I'm sure orders out a lot because
You may be able to hire him.
He's in the G League bubble.
He's
So
available.
he's available. Censorship, which is fine because Toast is a reputable, wonderful company that would never say anything bad or need to be censored. And the Proud Boys. So the censorship cancels out the Proud Boys. So my square is perfect.
Wow.
Plus. I'll
Seems
just,
a little biased. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's do your
that's,
square.
that's actually a pretty good team.
Why don't you just rank them?
I'm about to. So then you have Army Hammer, Censorship, LeAngelo Ball, and High Self-Esteem Women. If you have to repopulate the Earth, you can't because the High Self-Esteem Women will not fuck LeAngelo Ball. So you get 2 less points than me. I come in first, A-Fred second, Andrew third, and Evan fourth.
Damn.
Not bad for my first podcast.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
silver's cool. Okay, what's next?
All right. Up next is the table read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, I have posted this in the excuse me. I posted this in the Discord. So if you open up the
Jesus,
Top left.
I have to get in Discord again.
Top
Oh,
left
God.
where it says you're in Discord. Top left where it says General. You click that.
Alex,
Got
I
it.
can send it to your email if you want, if that's easier.
Yeah, do that.
All right, what is it?
Oh.
You guys tell me what it is over here.
I'm
Oh
not gonna
god.
do that for the world.
Oh, well, it's up to you, or you can just open it on Discord, unless I have your email.
Yeah, you should. If you don't
I
have
do.
my email, what do you?
I do. I'm doing the Gmail one.
Got it.
All right.
I'm not
Evan,
reading
John, you
ahead.
good?
I'm not reading
Don't
ahead.
read ahead.
I'm not reading ahead like John did. He ruined it last time.
I know. So annoying.
But I do see John as a girl.
What?
John, you have 2 parts. That's
I
why.
have 2 parts. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Good.
not hard. It's not long. All right.
Should've-
Let me know when you guys are ready. You have it open.
I should have had a little bit less.
I have it opened. This
CBD.
is gonna be great.
John, you open?
I'm wide open.
Alex?
You sent it to my Gmail.
Yeah.
I got it. Yep, I'm good.
All right, so it's obvious. So whenever your name's in there, you read it. So it's a movie that you guys will probably eventually figure out, but you can choose whatever voices you want at first. But if you start to figure out the movie, then you should start talking like the movie. All right, ready to go? And action. Suddenly, Alex is hitting the back with a rock, and Alex and John turn around.
Hey, stupid!
Quit it!
Evan throws another rock as a pickup truck pulls up behind him. John turns and looks at Alex.
Run, Alex, run!
Hey, did you hear me, stupid?
Run, Alex!
Alex drops his books and runs down the road.
I got it.
Evan jumps into the back of a pickup truck with another boy. As the truck speeds after Alex, John steps left and gets out of the way.
Come on, he's getting away. Move it.
Run, Alex, run!
You better be running, stupid.
Alex runs along the road. The truck speeds after him.
Come on, dummy. Haul ass, dummy.
Evan throws a rock at Alex.
You better be running.
Enter large pickup truck.
Yahoo!
The boys in the back of the truck throw rocks at Alex as they drive up to him.
Move it, Jackrabbit.
The truck follows right on Alex's heels. A rebel flag license plate adorns the truck's grill.
Come on.
Alex runs along the road as the truck chases him. The boys in the back of the truck pound on the roof as the truck turns right after Alex. The truck drives into a field. Alex runs towards a fence.
Run faster, yeah, go, go, come on, Alex, yeah.
Run, Alex!
Alex leaps over a 5-foot fence as the boys try to catch him.
Now, it used to be I ran to get where I was going. I never thought it would take me anywhere.
Is he British?
Why are so many points?
Alex runs along the road in front of a high school. The truck continues to chase him as the boys pound on the roof.
Come on, woohoo!
The truck speeds past Alex as he turns from the road and runs onto the high school football field. Alex runs across the field during a football scrimmage. In the stands watching the scrimmage is legendary University of Alabama coach C.J. Smith wearing his trademark plaid hat. A group of assistant coaches sit around, as well as the high school coach. The quarterback throws the ball into the air. Alex runs past the quarterback. The receiver catches the ball. Alex runs past the receiver as an opposing player tackles the stunned receiver. CJ stands, followed by the assistant coaches.
Who in the hell is that?
That there is Alex Frederick, coach. Just a local idiot.
Alex runs under the football field goal post and through the end zone.
And can you believe it? I got to go to college too.
The crowd roars with the excitement as the football is kicked off. The football players run around the field. The crowd cheering fans create a huge sign that reads, "Go!" Alex is in a University of Alabama football uniform. He looks up into the cheering crowd as his teammates field the kickoff. The teammates run over to Alex and hand him the ball.
Okay, run!
The coach, the assistants, and Alabama players cheer for Alex.
Run, you stupid son of a bitch! Run!
Alex runs across the field. He speeds past the defending players. Alex runs past the opposite players. The crowd cheers wildly, holding up cards, making a large sign that reads, "Go!" They turn the cards over, creating the word Alabama. John runs along the sidelines as he yells,
You stupid son of a bitch, run! Go, run!
Alex cuts and runs towards the sidelines. Two opposing players collide. The coach, the assistants, and the players all motion for Alex to run towards the end zone.
Run! Turn! Go!
Alex turns up the sidelines and runs towards the end zone. Some opposing players fall down. Alex runs along the sidelines. The opposing players try to catch him. Alex runs into the end zone as an opposing player dives at his feet. The referee holds up his arm, signaling a touchdown. The crowd cheers wildly. Alex continues to run, smashing through the band members, then all the way through the team tunnel. The coach looks at the assistant coach.
He must be the stupid son of his bitch I've ever seen, but he sure is fast.
Now, maybe it was just me, but college was very confusing time.
And scene.
Oh, dude.
Why can't you do Forrest until the very last line?
British accent.
What are you doing?
British accent.
Did
I'm
you
literally
not
crying, dude. I'm crying.
You didn't know. Did you think it was Star Wars or something?
The first part I thought might be the Notebook. I was confused.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man, Hal. Thank you for being a good sport and playing along with us.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
good, Alex. All right,
Oh
so
my
what's the
God,
movie?
John, I died when you were doing that at the end. I got to that fit like where you can't stop laughing. That literally happened to me. I couldn't stop. I'm literally crying.
It was so hard to read all the lines.
Oh, great. Did we decide what movie it was?
Yeah, Forrest Gump. Not the Notebook.
Oh my God, that was so funny. I can't wait to do that again next week.
Oh, so good.
It's my turn next
It's
week.
John's turn now.
I pick the movie.
Woo!
Awesome. John, you want to go through points?
Yeah. Okay. Oh God. I'm crying. I think I have tears on my sunglasses.
I wish I was wearing sunglasses right now.
Evan
My
got
eyes burn right now. I'm crying so much.
okay. Evan plus 15 for infomercial, plus 5 for time travel, plus 6 for Voltogio, plus 5 for empty streets, minus 40 for the game, your team.
Fair.
Andrew, plus 5 for interviewing, plus 50 for laughing out loud at one of my jokes, plus 10 for reminding all of us that Evan used to manage his wife in a hot dog stand, minus 44. Minus 44 points. Questions that led to sad answers.
Sorry.
Minus 6. You said smart idea twice in the same sentence. I didn't like that. Minus 30 for suggesting Zoom happy hours. Minus 20 for mentioning Barstool. That's our competition. Minus 30 for living in the past. Minus 10 for your team. Plus 50 for. I stopped writing that one down, so you don't get those points. I'm sorry. It's J something. Hey, Fred. Plus 5 for saying segue. Plus 10 for toast joke. Minus 10 for sad things. Plus 2 for digital world. Plus 3 for digital world. You said that a couple times, about 5 minutes apart, but I liked it both times. Plus 5 for mentioning Frederick. Plus 7 for fuck the government. Minus 20 sad stuff. Plus 5 fuck the government again. Plus 3 maybe not a good guy, but cool thing he's doing for Dave Portnoy. Plus 100 points for wishing no babies against me, and minus 200 points for that weird Christopher Walken Forrest Gump thing that you did that I don't know what it was. That was so weird, but it was so funny. And then I got plus 2 points for Wait, where's the first Forrest?
Stop laughing, dude. You make me
Now,
laugh.
it used to be I ran to get to where I was going. I never thought it would take me anywhere. Like,
Dude, you did a great impression of him.
That was pretty good.
That was really good.
yeah, it was my first time.
Do it
My
again.
board. Plus 10 for spelling segue correctly, plus 5 points for saving servers, plus 20 points for a non-restaurant question, plus 17 for the my team, your team, plus 200 points for playing multiple characters, including Christopher Walken. Evan and Andrew both finished in the negative. Fred, you were really close. You got 6 points. I got minus 117. I got 9 points, so I win.
Kept it close today.
Yeah, Fred was really close with 6. I didn't even count your guys. You're so low.
We'll get him. We'll get him.
Yeah,
one
no,
day.
you'll get
Yeah.
me one day.
One day.
Next time. All right. Alex, thank you again for joining us and doing your awful Forrest Gump impression until the end.
It was amazing.
Again, Evan, you want to take us home?
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching out there. You can catch us live on Twitch